Process continues. It's still unclear if or when the National Guard could arrive in Portland. Now, a Portland City Councilor is speaking out, encouraging National Guard members to think twice about obeying the president's orders.
Fox 12's McKenna Marks explains, after speaking with a local legal expert, if National Guard members are even able to decline deployment orders.
The short answer is no. National Guard members are not legally allowed to decline deployment orders unless those orders are found to be clearly unlawful. I spoke to a law professor who tells me that because we're still waiting on official decisions to come from the courts, this is when things start to get less clear. On Monday, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled to allow the Trump administration to deploy the Oregon National Guard. The decision overturns a temporary restraining order issued earlier this month by a federal judge. The Trump administration has now asked that judge to remove a second restraining order blocking any National Guard troops from deploying to Portland.
So that's where this gets tricky, right? In this situation, is it unlawful to deploy?
I spoke to Tung Yin, a law professor at Lewis and Clark Law School, about what rules National Guardsmen must follow.
In the military, there's the chain of command, and so you have to follow all lawful orders. But there's also a separate rule about the duty to disobey unlawful orders.
To some, the question remains, is President Donald Trump's order to deploy the National Guard to Portland clearly unlawful? Portland City Councilor Mitch Green is speaking out about that issue, telling CNN that he's encouraging National Guard members to ask that question.
I expect in the days to come, in the weeks to come, when troops do show up, if that's the case, if that's the unfortunate outcome, that every morning troops are going to wake up and think about, is this really in line with the Constitution?
When we take a look back at American history, we've seen military orders called into question a few times. Yin says the use of the atomic bomb in Japan during World War II is just one example.
Was that an unlawful order? On the one hand, arguably at that stage of the war, Japan had not surrendered yet, and Hiroshima maybe had some still industrial capacity. But on the other hand, was the atomic bomb meant to be a weapon of terror?
But when it comes to determining if an order is clearly unlawful, Yin says it helps if there isn't an ongoing legal debate happening at the same time. Because we're still waiting on a decision regarding the second temporary restraining order, Yin says there's no hard evidence yet that would support a guardsman decision to disobey orders.
I guess I would say that there's nothing that you could really point to that would say that it's clearly unlawful.
We know that the National Guard is here in Oregon, but it's still unclear exactly when we might see troops out on the streets of Portland. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story and keep you updated as we learn more information. But for now, reporting from Clackamas, McKenna Marks, Fox 12 Oregon.